The eerie glow of the haunted mansion's interior consumes the space as Daniel stumbles through the darkened hallway. His heart beats wildly in his chest, the rhythmic sound echoing in the silence that surrounds him. The walls pulse faintly, as if breathing, and every step he takes is accompanied by the sound of his own breath, labored and filled with dread. The house is alive. Daniel can feel it. Scene: the shifting hallway. Daniel reaches a narrow corridor at the far end of the house. The walls here are covered in old, yellowing photographs of people he doesn't recognize. Their eyes seem to follow him as he moves. With each step, the photos appear to shift, and the faces subtly twist into expressions of terror, their mouths contorted in silent screams. He reaches out to touch one of the photographs, but the moment his fingers brush against the glass frame, the image distorts. The face inside warps into something more sinister. The figure in the photo suddenly seems to blink. Daniel quickly pulls his hand back, a chill racing down his spine. "You're not supposed to be here, Daniel." A whisper erupts from the shadows, the voice faint but undeniable. Scene: the girl in red appears again. From the corner of his eye, Daniel catches a glimpse of a figure in red. His blood runs cold. It's her again, the girl from the strange visions, standing motionless at the end of the hallway. Her hair hangs low over her face, hiding her expression. Yet he can feel her eyes burning through him. Suddenly she turns, walking towards him with an eerie calmness. Her footsteps echo, and the air around her grows unnaturally cold. With each step, the light in the hallway flickers, as if the very house itself is flickering in and out of reality. "Why are you still here?" Her voice, low and haunting, drifts through the hallway. She vanishes before Daniel can respond, leaving him in a state of confusion and fear. The air feels thick, as if the house itself is closing in on him. Scene: the unheard voice. He turns around to retrace his steps, but the hallway seems longer now. The walls seem to stretch, the distance between him and the entrance growing further and further. The house is not just changing, it's responding to his presence, reacting to him, as though it has been waiting for him to arrive. Suddenly, Daniel hears something, a low, muffled voice coming from somewhere deep within the house. The voice is distant but growing louder, as if calling him. "Help me, Daniel. I never left." The voice echoes from behind a door Daniel had not noticed before. The door is small, hidden in the corner, barely noticeable amidst the shifting shadows of the house. He approaches cautiously, his breath catching in his throat. As his hand reaches for the doorknob, the door suddenly creaks open on its own, revealing a dimly lit room. Inside, an old wooden rocking chair moves back and forth as though someone had just stood up. The room is filled with the scent of musty old wood and decayed furniture. The air is thick with the presence of something or someone unseen. Scene: the echoes of the past. The room is a living snapshot of the past, but it's decaying. Old furniture covered in dust, yellowed pages of forgotten books scattered on the floor, and pictures on the walls of people long gone. But one image stands out, a family portrait of a man, a woman, and a small child. The picture is cracked and the faces are faint, but something about them is disturbingly familiar. Daniel feels his pulse quicken as his mind races. The faces are his own, his parents, his childhood home, memories he hasn't thought about in years. A forgotten life, a life buried in the house's history. He walks further into the room. The floorboards creak beneath his feet as though the house is alive, listening, waiting. In the far corner, a small, hidden compartment catches his eye. It's barely noticeable, a trapdoor half covered in dust. It's not locked, almost as if it's been waiting for him. As Daniel kneels to open it, the air grows oppressively heavy, as if something is trying to stop him. His fingers tremble as they grip the edge of the wooden panel. With a sharp pull, it gives way, revealing a long-forgotten box. It's old, weathered, and locked with a rusted clasp. Scene: the box of secrets. Daniel opens the box, his breath catching as he pulls out the contents. Inside is an old journal, its pages yellowed with age. He flips through the pages, each one filled with strange, fragmented memories. The handwriting is familiar, his own. He can feel his heart racing as he reads the first few lines. "I never wanted to remember, but the house remembers." As he continues reading, the journal reveals disturbing secrets about the house's past. Secrets about his family, about the girl in the red dress, and most troubling of all, about himself. The house isn't just haunted, it's alive, and it remembers those who enter. It feeds on their memories, twisting them into a maze of darkness. The journal tells of a black door hidden within the house, one that must never be opened. It said that those who open it are doomed to be trapped in the house forever, their souls consumed by its twisted power. The entry ends abruptly. "The door is a trap, you will see." Scene: the Hall of Forgotten Voices. Suddenly, a cold wind sweeps through the room, causing the pages of the journal to flutter. The temperature drops as Daniel looks up from the book. The hallway is now filled with shadows, and the faint whispering voices grow louder, merging into an incoherent chorus of terror. "Leave now, Daniel. Leave before it's too late." The floor beneath his feet begins to tremble as the house shakes. The walls groan, and the air becomes thick with a sense of impending doom. The girl in red reappears in the hallway, but this time she's not alone. Behind her, the shadowy outlines of figures, silhouettes of people, begin to materialize. These are not ghosts. These are lost souls, their eyes hollow and empty, their mouths frozen in silent screams. One of the figures steps forward. It's his mother, but not the way he remembers her. Her face is hollow, her skin decayed, her eyes black voids. "You have to leave, Daniel. The house won't let you go." The shadows begin to close in, and the temperature drops sharply. The walls start to stretch, contorting as if they're pulling in on themselves. Daniel runs toward the exit, but every door he opens leads him deeper into the maze of rooms, more distorted, more twisted, as though the house is feeding off his fear and shaping reality around him. Scene: the black door calls. As he runs, Daniel finally reaches a familiar door, the black door. It stands there, waiting, almost calling to him. He hesitates for a moment, remembering the journal's warning, but the door is different now. It's pulsing, alive with dark energy, the veins of black wood shifting as though the door itself is breathing. With one last look at the hallway, he reaches for the handle. The house begins to scream, the walls reverberating with a violent crescendo of whispers. Cut to black.